Hi everyone, my name is Rose, and today I'm doing an update for Project 10 Uses. I'm gonna be uploading, I want to call it Get Ready With Me. I'm not putting on makeup in it. It's just a talking video. Soonish. I'm hoping to get up this one. I just filmed it was it yesterday? I don't know. Maybe 2 days ago. I just filmed it. But so in that video, I'm just sum it up right now why I mentioned that. In that video, I said that I'm gonna be stopping this project when I move. Which means that this update is not to be the last one. There'll be one more after this. And then this will be I'm ending it. So this is the last time I'm gonna be rolling things in. So I'm excited. I have a lot of things rolling in. So I'm really excited for that. Okay, so I'll just start talking about things. First off, I'll just grab things. Okay, first off, this Bath & Body Works what is this called? Champagne, apple, and honey. I don't remember what year I bought this in. Probably either 2016 or 2017. Probably around then. But I love this scent. I feel like this is fruity. It's very fruity. If you don't like fruity scents, you won't like it. But this is I think probably my favorite Bath & Body Works scent I ever tried. It's fruity in the way of if you think of a fruity iced tea. Very sweet, very fruity. Kind of punches you in the face a little bit, but it's very enjoyable. I'm I don't know. A fruity iced tea. And I really like this. It's so nice. And I'm just I'm gonna miss it already. I'm just I used it 10 times. And now I need to roll it out and put the other one in. And I was just smelling the other one that I'm gonna put in. And I'm oh, I don't know if I'm in the mood for this right now. But it's gonna get put in here. Anyways. So, yes. Next. First, I'll talk about this, actually. Why am I holding two things? I was grabbing things and then I changed my mind, but I put the other thing down. Okay, next, I'm going to talk about this. I think I rolled this in last time, and I got one use on it, and I've only gotten one use on it. I'll insert a picture here of the one time I used it. I really liked it. I used it, I think it was either 1 or 2 shades from the palette that's in here that I used. I don't remember. I'll tell you about that when I get to the palette. But I only used it once. I just feel it didn't really go with the palette that I'm working. When I was doing my makeup, I thought about putting this here, but then I forgot, and then I was already putting my mascara on. I'm oh, I forgot to do that. I was I could put it on after I put on my mascara, but then it was do I really want to do that at this point? And I'm no, not really. I really like the way my eye look turned out today, so I was okay, I just won't wear it. But yeah, I used it once, and I really liked it one time, and I'm excited to use it again. I just don't feel the looks I've been doing, and I also just barely made it with the getting 10 uses on the palette, so it's I feel this doesn't really go with that palette, so yeah. Okay. Next is the eye pencil. Oh, I grabbed the wrong eye pencil. Oops. Oh, next is the eye pencil. This is some eye brightener from Dollar Tree. I don't remember the name. I don't have the name written down. I think you could still get it at Dollar Tree. But yeah, I'm not wearing it today. I have probably worn this 15 times. I think but at last update, I only had a couple more uses, and I've worn it at least 3 more times since I reached the 10 use mark. I'm not wearing it today because I was I could wear this today. I could wear it with this look, but then I just put a brown in my waterline. So I was I kind of want to go with a brown. It goes really well with this look. So yeah, I put a brown in my waterline. But I really like this. It's just a brightening pale pink. It's a baby pink. eye pencil. And I like it better than like nudes, which can tend to be my skin tone. And it's like brightening. But also I feel like that little bit of pink just like does something magical with me. I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining it, but yeah. I really like that. Next is this AF94 shadowboxer eye crayon. In thrift shop. I've gotten 4 uses on it. I am rolling this out. I'm not decluttering it. Today I used it. Like, you can barely see it right there. I like used it with a little brush. Like, if you don't use this, just like put it on directly on top of nothing, it like is so sheer. And if you try to blend it, it like shears out super easy. It's kind of hard to get to stick in places. But like, I'm not decluttering it. I don't really like it. It's okay. I can make it work. But I think the ways I can make it work is mostly just to use it. Like, I use it like all over the eye and then slightly blend it out and then maybe put a little bit of a shimmer on top and then like don't really touch it. Like, that's the way to use this the best. And I won't be able to get 10 uses on this within the last month. I mean, maybe if I just used it all the time, and I don't think I'm gonna really reach for this all that much. I don't really reach for eye sticks all that much. I own 4 of them, 2 of them in this formula, and I don't reach for them all that much, but I do reach for them occasionally. I do like them occasionally. I haven't reached for my e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick in a long time, and I kind of been thinking about that just the last couple days. I'm like, oh, I should reach for that, but then I'm like, it's a wintry shade, and it's like just starting to warm up, and like, I think about things in the wrong season. But yeah. So this is rolling out, even though I didn't reach 10 uses, and I'm not decluttering it. There's one other thing that's rolling out that didn't reach 10 uses, but that one is a declutter. But this one isn't. I'm just keep it around because I'm just not use it all that much. And the thing I'm rolling in to replace this, I don't think I'm gonna get 10 uses on, but I would like to play around with it. So yeah. Next is the lip product. This is the Ink Velvet 27 Peripera Ink Velvet number 27, which is strawberry nude. I am decluttering this. Oh my god, there's a cat hair. I tried to put this on today with this look after I finished my whole look. I usually do my lip slaps. I don't know why. I tried to put this on today and then I hated it. So I wiped it off and put something else on. This is very Bobby pink on me. And I don't really like it. I'm going to give this to my sister because I think this is the shade. Although it doesn't look Bobby pink here, but it looks Bobby pink on my lips. But yeah. Most of the time I wear these like blended out, so that's like it blended out a little bit. But yeah. I just don't really like this shade for some reason. And I feel like I like it only for very few looks. I feel like I could maybe mix this with some of my other Peripera Ink Velvets. Like, I feel like I could just take, what shade is it? Like, 26 with a little bit of 18. I'm just to say the numbers. This is Well Made Nude. This is more of like a peachy girl next door kind of color. Really like it. That with like the tiniest bit of 18, which is like a plummier, darker pink. And when I want pink, I usually reach for that. This is just very Barbie pink on me, and I just don't really like it. I think my sister will get a lot of use on it, so I'm giving it to her before I move. Because it's like fairly new. I've only owned it. I don't remember if this was, though this wasn't my second thing. So it's like not even a year old at this point. So I'm just give it to my sister. I think she'll get lots of use out of it because she only really wears like pinks. Like makeup wise, like on her eyes, she only wears pinks. Like lip wise, she only really wears pinks. So like I think she will like this. Okay, what have I talked about? What haven't I talked about? I think I only have my palette to talk about next, and that's it. If I missed something, I'm sorry. I think I talked about all the things before. This last thing that's like not rolling in kind of thing. Okay, this is the I Heart Revolution Latte palette. It's part of the Tasty line. It has this weird packaging that's very hard to clean. Like, I don't like it gets like fingerprinty, like more. Like, I feel like the colourpop cardboard packaging gets very fingerprinty, but I can clean that pretty well. This, like, I've tried cleaning it multiple times, and it sticks to this, and it kind of bugs me a little bit. But like, yeah. So this is what's on my eyes today. I think I'm only using this besides my inner corner highlight, which is a highlighter, because this doesn't really have an inner corner highlight. There is one shade I could use, but it's kind of more sporadic and not really smooth, so I don't really like to use it as an inner corner highlight. But I did get to use this on this. This is, okay, what am I doing with this? This is the palette. This palette is very, very beautiful. Technically this shade and this shade and Biscoff are not original to the palette, although Biscoff I replaced with something pretty similar. It's like almost a hair off. This shade is originally almost identical to this shade, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take that out and put a different shade. And this is the shade I'm wearing today. This is originally from either from the pumpkin spice palette or a different palette. I think it's probably from the pumpkin spice palette. Also from I Heart Revolution. But yeah, I'm wearing this shade, and then I'm wearing pumpkin spice. I think that's it. Like, I think I just used this, and then I used like this, and I feel like this palette really excels in just putting a shimmer on, blending it maybe with a matte, and like you're good to go. Like, you could literally just throw on a shimmer and do a little blendy blend, and like you're good. Like, this is like perfect one and done kind of palette. I do feel like I kind of wish there was like a brown in here. Like I wish there was like a brown, like peach tart, like that kind of depth in this palette, because pumpkin spice is kind of like light, as you can see. Like, it's not that deep. And then I feel like Aroma, which is the only like really deep like matte shade, is kind of too dark, and I feel like it's a very mucky tone that doesn't really go with the rest of the palette. I feel like this shade doesn't really go with the rest of the palette. I have used it with this palette, and like I used this shade in that look with Obvi. I definitely used this shade, but I think I might have used Brew too, but I can't remember. I don't know. I can't remember. It may have been there, but yeah. And these are like great. I mostly apply the shimmers with my finger. I apply with my finger and then take the brush I used to like blend, and take a brush and just like blend it, because I don't like harsh lines. Even with shimmers, I don't like harsh lines. I just like everything to look smooth. But like chai tea and piccolo are both softer. They're both kind of crumbly. They will give you lots of fallout. Piccolo, this one, piccolo, which means like small, is very, very pretty. It's very sparkly. It's very dimensional. But those two will give you fallout. Like, if you don't use those two, do your face last. But like these two, like, I did a one and done look with this, where I just like used this on my lower lash line and on my lid and everywhere, and blended through the crease, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. It had tons of fallout, but absolutely gorgeous. This is like so pretty on the lid. You see how shiny that is? Most of the time, I Heart Revolution is like this kind of level of shine, very smooth and stuff, but this is like metallic, but still very smooth. Like, I don't like particle-y shimmers. Like, some people may like that, but I like shimmers that look smooth. So, like, yeah, those two will give you fallout a lot. The mattes do kick up quite a bit too. I mean, there's only, what, like those three, and this one, and this one. But, like, yeah. But I feel like you could put, like, a brown in the milky shade. Like, I don't need this milky shade. Like, some people might be like, oh, I could put on my inner corner. It is not even brightening on me. It's, like, my skin tone. It's, like, slightly more pink than my skin tone. But it's, like, basically, you can barely see it right there. It's, like, basically my skin tone. And I tried to put on my inner corner one day, and I'm like, this did absolutely nothing. Like, I can't even tell there's shadow on it. It's, like, almost the same as my skin tone, which is kind of annoying, but, like, I can't use it at all. Unless if I just used it as a setting shade. But this palette is really pretty, and I would recommend it to anyone who just wants to do, like, very easy, like, one and done, or, like, just throw a matte in the crease and then put a shimmer on the lid. Because, like, even if you don't use the mattes from here, like, the shimmers are really nice. And, yeah, and it's mostly warm tones. This is a fall palette. I think I would really like this more if I put it in during the fall time. But, like, I still like it. It was fun to use. And I enjoyed it. I'm glad. I, like, barely got 10 uses on this. I, like, fell so behind. I was also in, like, Iowa for a week doing some measuring and stuff. And I also went to see my boyfriend because I hadn't seen him in, like, 5 months. Which was a long time. I'm kind of nervous about moving. Mostly because I'm going to be moving far away from everyone else. Like, it's, like, 320 miles away from where I live right now, which is like, that's like a far distance. That's like, what, 500 something kilometers? I don't know. It's a long way. It's like a 5-hour drive. And I'm kind of nervous to leave, like, my family all here. But, like, I will see them. I'll still see them, hopefully regularly, but I'm just kind of nervous about that. But this palette is really pretty. And I brought it with when I went to Iowa. So, like, I got 2 uses only, though, through that whole week. But I still got some uses on it. I'm glad I brought this with, because otherwise I would have been really behind. But, yeah. Very pretty palette, and would recommend to people who like easy makeup looks. Okay, let's start talking about the things before this video gets way too long. Okay, so I'm replacing the Bath & Body Works mist with this Bath & Body Works mist. This is marshmallow pumpkin latte. To me, it smells like a cinnamony caramel, kind of like those pine cones, maybe mixed with a little bit of caramel. It's like a caramelly, like it's like a sweet cinnamon thing, which I don't know if I'm really into that much. I just had, well, technically I still have some of it. I have a cinnamon churro coffee creamer right now, and I'm kind of getting really, really sick of it. It's like literally that much left, but that much can last me like 2 or 3 weeks. I literally only have 1 cup of coffee a day, and I don't put that much in there. I'm kind of getting really sick of it, and I just had my mom get me like a different flavor just the other day. So like, I have a chocolate one, and I think I might open that and use that for like a little bit, and then go back to finish the cinnamon one, because I'm kind of really sick of it. But like, that's how I get with flavors. I'm like, ooh, I really want this flavor, and then like, by the time I'm like halfway through with it, I'm like, I don't really want, I'm like okay with it, and then by the time it's like almost gone, I'm like really sick of it. Usually I'm like sick of it. So yeah, because one, like, it's not the big kind, but it usually lasts me like 2 months ish, is what one of those, like a month and a half, 2 months ish, one of those lasts me. So like a while, but like, yeah. Okay, and then Super Shock is not shiny. This eye pencil is what I'm bringing in. It's the NYX Faux White in the mint cream. Also, I feel like this kind of reminds me of the Faux White I want, the pink one, but like, yeah. I feel like this will go really well with the palette I'm bringing in. So, yeah. Then I'm bringing in this lip product, which is another one of the ink velvets. I thought this would go with the palette because the palette is to be very bright. It's a rainbow palette, so it's very, very bright. But yeah, this is ink velvet 23, which is nutty nude. I'm wearing it today. I always wear these sheared out. It's like if you like the Roman Juicy Lasting tint in dark coconut, I feel like this is like the softer sister of this color. Like these two are very in the same wheelhouse kind of shade. But like it's like a nice like brown with some red in it. It has some red. It's like, there it is. See? It's like brown, but it has a little bit of red in it. It pulls more red on my lips than like on my hand. But like, you see, it's like a brown with some red. It's like kind of terracotta-y, but I would say it's more, it's like terracotta-y, but not at the same time, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So I feel like terracotta is a more orange, and this is like a red brown. And it's almost kind of cool, but it's like warm at the same time. It's like that in between of cool and warm, I feel like. It's like very... So I feel like this would be good to go with brighter tones. So that's why I'm putting that in. Then before I talk about the palette, this is what's replacing the Shadowboxer crayon stick. Because I was watching this movie. I fell in love with this movie. I want to watch this movie over and over again. Usually it takes me a couple seconds to sit through a whole movie because movies are long, and like anything over like half an hour I get kind of antsy and I'm like, I can't sit through this. I need to do something else. I need to move. Like, how could people sit for this long kind of thing. But yeah, I watched this, well, what is it called? I keep on wanting to use the wrong I words. It's not incompatible. It's in something love or something. Inconvenient. That's the word. An inconvenient love or inconvenient love story, something like that. It's Filipino movie, so if you don't like foreign movies and watching subtitles, you won't like it. But like, it's so cute. I love this movie so much. I kind of want to watch it over and over again. But the main girl in it, her name's well, the person who plays her, that's not her name, but her name in the movie is AF. And she like does this thing where it's like, that's why I'm putting this in. She does this thing where she has like almost just two little lines. They're like different colors, but it like makes a little wing, but she doesn't like connect it to her eye at all. And I'm like, I want to try that. So I'm gonna play with these little water activated, the Suva Beauty. These are the bright palette. But I'm going to play around with these. Like, I think I'm going to do the orange and the green. I think she did that in the movie. She did a couple different, like, color combos. Like, it was always, like, different colors. And I'm like, oh, this is so fun. It was, like, it didn't really look like she was wearing much makeup besides that. But I was like, oh, that's so fun and so subtle at the same time. I want to try it. So, I'm so excited to try it and do my makeup like her. Because she was, like, really cute in the movie and stuff. But like, yeah, I think that's like such a fun and unique idea. Like, I don't see anyone doing that, so I'm like, oh, I want to try this. Maybe it's popular in the Philippines, but I've never been over there. Like, Philippines is like so far away from the United States of America. I don't know how far in like miles or kilometers or any of that, but it's like far away. So like, I'm excited to try that. Last couple days, like, Lagi has been stuck in my head too, which is a Filipino song by the Beanie, which is like a girl group. If you like Twice, which is like K-pop, you'll like Beanie, B-I-N-I. I'll like see if I can link that music video, because that's really cute. That's in the movie, and then they have this other song in the movie. I was like, I already listened to them before, so I was like, oh, I know these songs. But if you like Twice, you like them. So last thing before I go on and on about random things, I'm gonna add this palette, which I just recently got not that long ago. Although technically this is not my most recent purchase, because I did make a Yes Style purchase, even though I don't have the things yet. But I have some palettes coming from that. But like, this is the Fade Into Hue. I'm kind of angry. I thought it was going to be the same size as the other Mega palettes. It's not. It's like small. Like, you see, it's shorter, and it's thinner this way too. And I'm like, why are you a completely different size? I don't know. It kind of bugs me because I put all my palettes like laying this way, so it's noticeably different from my other ColourPop palettes, and I'm just like slightly annoyed by it, but like not that much annoyed. The packaging is really cute. There's 4 glitter shades in here, which I'm super excited to play with. But look, it's a rainbow! Oh my god, I've been really like craving like a pastel rainbow palette for like a while. I was like keep doing it, and then all of a sudden like this popped on my radar, and I thought about it for like a while. Like I thought about it for like probably 2 months before I actually was like, okay, I think I'm gonna get this palette. But I'm so excited to play with this. I'm probably gonna mostly play with the top 4 rows. I'm not gonna really play with the last row a lot. Maybe the purple. But like, I feel like this bottom row is kind of too primary for me. Like, if I want color, I really either want deep and like muted, or I want like bright tones. But like these kind of mattes with the glitter in it, I'm so excited for all of these. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited! Like, I want to do a look with like this one and like that one. I want to do like this on the outer half and then this on the inner half. This is like one of those mattes with sparkle. But like, I think that will make a really fun look. I have so many like just 2 shadow looks planned with this. Where's that thing? But yeah. And then like this, that, and that is the glitter. I may use them, I may not. I mean, I really want to use kind of all of the mattes with the glitters. Those are the ones that are really calling my name in this palette right now. I have so many looks. Like, I have some blue purple looks, and then I want to use some of the pinks. These 2 are probably the 2 shades I am least excited about, but I knew that going in. I'm like, I don't really wear corals. Corals usually pull really red on me, so I don't really wear them all that often. I prefer more yellowy tone oranges, but like, I'll still try them out and see if I can use them. And the one downside is this has like different pans than like the other ColourPop palettes too. Like, these are different size and they're like smaller. So even if I like, cause I'm really happy with the other 2 Mega palettes, because I could like, if I did like a shade, I could just pop out and pop in a different shade from one of them I depotted ColourPop palettes. But this I can't do that with. So like, probably means I'm gonna either keep all of them, or like it's just to be a hole in the palette. So yeah, but I'm super excited to like play around with this. Lots of fun looks, fun colorful looks for spring. Is perfect for spring. I'm so excited. So excited. Oh, like, before I go, I was just like, let you look at my eyes close up. It's creasing a bit, but that's fine. I mean, I'm trying to use this thing that I don't really like as an eyeshadow primer. Right now, I kind of really want a headband on it. I've been using it the last couple days, and it creases. It's like technically a color corrector, but like, whatever. So yeah, my makeup will be in the description box, hopefully, unless if I forget. And thank you so much for watching, and bye.